What's up, YouTube? Um, it's your boy Inca Fitness back with another update of prep and tell you guys a little bit of what's going on and what's been going on and what the plan is ahead. Um, so, as I mentioned on my last video, I am doing a warm up show on my first round this upcoming weekend. November 8th, Sacramento show. Um, Knowing that I am not ready yet, I'm not at my best. Okay, I'm not as conditioned as I would like to be. Yes, there's levels to this shit. Okay, there's levels to conditioning. I'm not as dry, I'm not as grainy yet, but I know that I will get there. So, you know, we're doing the best we can to bring something decent for this weekend. So um, the plan has changed a little bit now leading into peak week. Nothing too drastic other than just foods are very low right now. I am going to be have like super low days leading up to the show. Probably fill up a little bit, increase the carbs a little bit, just 2 days out from the show, just to fill up a little bit. But right now, I'm still holding fat in my lower back, and that's the hardest part to get rid of the lower back. Fat I think for most people is the hardest. But yeah, so the plan is to like bring the foods were up to 2,500 calories. I had carbs in first three meals, and now I'm dropping the carbs all the way to like 150 grams of carbs before training and 150 grams of carbs post training, and that's it. All the rest of my meals have no carbs. Okay, just 7 ounces of protein, whether if it's tilapia, codfish, chicken breast, or egg whites, and then 100 grams of asparagus in each meal. So, and that's the plan as far as my nutrition goes. Okay, and this might change based on how I'm looking every single day. Okay, so I'm monitoring how I'm looking, before bed and first thing in the morning now. And you best believe that I'm posing my ass off right now. Because, like I said before, if you don't know how to present yourself on stage, it doesn't matter how lean you are, how shredded you are, how dry you are. They're not gonna pay attention to you if you don't know how to show your strengths and hide your weaknesses. Okay, so that comes with posing, and thankfully I have people in my corner right now that are helping me with the posing. I've been posing for years, but like still like it's a different ball game once you get leaner. Once you get more separation in your muscles, you have to learn how to show them, and you have to adjust accordingly. So there's a lot of things that I need to work on with my posing, with my back double, with my front double. It's just like a lot, tilting back my hips. So all this is thanks to the people in my corner right now. Okay. Speaking of which, people in my corner right now, I'm very grateful for. Shout out to IFBB Pro Rex. I met Rex 4 years ago, 2 years ago, actually 2 years ago, at the Central Cal State in Fresno. That I did my last show in 2023. I almost took the overall, but I was a smaller guy, and then and he was rooting for me. Just he did not know me, like he was just a complete stranger, and he was just rooting for me, And he came up to me like, "Man, you look great, Just I hope you take it." And he was just yelling out my name. He just met me, and then he was already very supportive. So I love that in people, just very authentic and real, solid dude. And he's been very supportive ever since. We became very good friends. We, help each other out with information, with anything. So now he showed up for me, and I'm very grateful for his help. And he's just giving me some pointers, on what to do and how to pick and everything. So I'm extremely grateful for his help, and it won't be the last time. And I am here. We're here for each other. That's what it's all about. So it means a lot. That his help means a lot to me during this time right now. Because I honestly, on my own, who knows? I mean, I can only do so much, right? So big shout out to him, and hopefully we'll be able to collab, and I'll go to Fresno and visit him, and we can have a talk and like a mini podcast between me and him. And he is been a pro for years now. He's like damn near 50, I think. I don't want to offend him, but he's already older, and he's been doing it for years, and he's the most consistent pro out there that I've seen, to be honest. He does 10 shows a year, and he's always in shape, and he's always nailing the conditioning every time, keeping himself healthy, which is huge. Like, I admire that. How do you do so many shows and still going at it? At that age, he keeps getting better and improving. So there's so much to learn from someone like that. So much, you know what I mean? So if you plan to hire a coach, I strongly recommend him because of his experience. Also, he's a very down-to-earth dude, real solid, very, very helpful and supportive. He doesn't expect anything in return. He just gives you a hand and easy to vibe with. So if you're looking for a coach, he's the man to go to, because who better than someone with a lot of experience, and a pro that knows his stuff. And he's also very attention to detail. He always responds, whenever you need him. So man, the man is awesome, just amazing. Okay. I also, there's a coach that I might be working with for nationals. He's from my home country, from my homeland, Peru. He's an upcoming coach. He's very knowledgeable. A friend of mine recommended him to him, and he's been helping me behind the scenes a little bit, just like right now, recently. And he just like very knowledgeable. Not only that, but he's also there, very present. He's very involved, and I like that. So we'll give him a chance and see how he plays out with him. But so far, so good. Okay, so we'll see what we're gonna be cooking. But the goal is to obviously win. And right now we're just doing the best we can to bring decent conditioning to the show. Okay, so gonna go over my gear protocol. All right, I already went through it on my last show, but I'm just going to tell you what the plan is for this peak week. So basically, I'm dropping all the injectable agents, Masteron, Test Prop, Tren mainly. Just my last shot was yesterday, and then that's it. I'm not planning to do any more injections all the way to after the show. With GH, also dropped it. I dropped the GH yesterday as well, because that's gonna cause a lot of water retention. All the oils are also going to cause a lot of water retention. That's what most bodybuilders drop that a week out from the show, and they keep the orals. So the orals that I'm keeping are, Winnie, of course. I'm dropping Anabar because Anabar is too mild for a man. It's just it works more for a woman, competitor than a male. It's not as strong. So Winnie, I'm keeping Proviron. It's also very mild Proviron. It just helps with some hardening and keep your testosterone a little high, leading up to the show. Of course, I'm keeping a Arimidex just for the water retention as well. My estrogen don't go out of whack. And there's 2 orals that I'm planning to add, but at least one of them for this peak week. Later down the road for the next show, I might add them, both of them at the same time, and run them for 2 weeks before the show. Okay, so these two orals are very liver toxic. They're they are very strong. Okay, both of them. They play different roles, but those two are the most toxic, strongest orals out there. All right. I do not recommend any of these two orals at all, and especially if you have liver issues or you don't want to avoid having liver issues down the road. Do not touch this. All right, any of these. All right, I don't recommend anybody to do it. I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing my experience, like I said, and educating and informing. That's all. So stay away from these orals. Um, the first oral is called halo testing. Okay, not many people know about them, know about it, or run it as part of their year protocol. Most likely not. Um, so this is mainly used for hardening the muscles. It's not a fat burner. It's just it only takes effect when you're at a certain level of body fat. Like, once again, because it's not gonna get you leaner or give you any type of look if you are higher percentage in body fat. It's not gonna do anything for you. So, it's just to harden the muscle, give you more energy and boost while you're being depletion, when you're in depletion state, especially during the workouts. It's gonna help you a lot. Give you some strength. But the downside, the bad thing about it is, first, the aggression is twice strong as strength. You're gonna get really aggressive. You're very impulsive, very short fuse, no patience. You're gonna get anger issues like throughout the day if you don't know how to handle it. All right, so it's gonna give you a lot of irritability, and you might feel sick from time to time as well from taking this. You just feel like, what's going on, man? I feel like sick, but I'm not sick. Like, it's the halo. So it's worse than trend, in my opinion. It's just the worst, most toxic out there. And then I'm only using it, like I said, like a week out from the show, 2 weeks out. I have done it for longer in the past, and I did not have a good time doing it, running it more than 3 weeks. It was hell. I couldn't wait to get off of it. So now that I'm like being more moderate with my approach with gear, trying to minimize the damage, even though, like I said, it's not hypocritical, because I'm telling you there is going to be damage no matter what. As soon as you touch on any of the stuff, as soon as you're trying to go into a bodybuilding prep, you got to know that there are risks, that you are going to take some things that are going to be very damaging to your health, especially if you're an enhanced athlete and planning to compete in an NPC. You don't have to do this. You can compete in a PNBA, in a natural competition, natural bodybuilding, which I strongly recommend anybody to do. If you want to go down this route, unfortunately, you're going to be playing against guys that are running the same or even worse. Okay, so this is what it's used for. Okay, and I'm only, like I said, I'm trying to use it like a week out, so I don't run it for too long, because that's when the problems start. All right, and the next show I'll probably run it for a little longer, 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, depending on how I'm looking. I might not need it down the road, but definitely need it for hardening and fullness as well. You keep your muscles full, for sure, for the show. And the next oral is Anadrol. Everybody knows this oral, and it's commonly used for off season to give you put on more muscle mass and give you a lot more strength. So Halo is gonna give you a lot of strength as well if you're using it in the off season. You probably add 50 pounds to your lift. Anadrol, same thing, but it just works. It doesn't give you the aggression outside of training. Halo gives you an aggression every day, 24/7, even when you're at home. Anadrol won't do that. Anadrol is only going to give you the aggression and all that during training, which is cool, but it's still liver toxic. It's still as toxic, if not, a little less toxic than Halo, but they're both right there, And you wondering why I'm going to use it, maybe not for this peak week, maybe a day out, but for the following one for sure, a week or 2 weeks out. And again, fullness, keeping the muscle full, keeping you strong during the workouts. Fuller, watch out for the water retention though. So, that's when you gotta manipulate your water during peak week. We're doing some minor manipulation, very minor, like cutting the water 2 days out slowly. First water loading, drinking up to 2-3 gallons, and then dropping it slowly. And then maybe like a quarter of a diazide. This is a diuretic, if I need it. If I don't, I won't. But like I said, I'm not taking a full one because, it can flatten me out, and also very, 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 it's dangerous as well. So I always, the less is better. Less is better. Yes, sir. Less is better. So we'll see. Body's changing by every day, and we are making adjustments accordingly. Posing, huge. Posing every single day, before bed, waking up, before training. After training, all the time. I'm still not the best poser. I still, especially with my mandatories, gotta fix my back double, gotta fix my front double, my front pose. Every single pose from the side chest has to be, perfect. Like a statue. Like you just learn how to pose, get into the pose, and that's it. Hold it, and show your strength and hide your weaknesses. Show the striations. Show how shredded you are, how full you are. And that takes time. Take some tricks here that I'm learning from the people in my corner, and from watching, a lot of, information on YouTube on how to pose, how to become a better poser, especially mandatories that are getting qualified, because during your posing routine, you're not really getting qualified there. It'll be great if you show your strength during your posing routine as well. Do not do something that is not gonna look good on you, but definitely mandatories, over and over and over and over again, and timing. The timing to hold your poses. The longer you hold, because they're gonna make you hold your poses on stage. You're gonna be sweating, and you're not gonna be hold your poses. Next thing you know, you're gonna lose the position and lose your pose, and then to somebody else that is gonna hold it better. It's know how to portray, show it better. You can be shredded, in condition and dry, but if you don't know how to show it, it makes no sense. Like you're gonna lose to somebody that does know how to show. That's know how to pose. So posing is important. Okay, so we're working on it. And if not, we're gonna keep working on it. It's all a posing game as you get closer to the show. More than the training comes in second place, because you're not gonna be able to pump up anymore. Try the best you can. Cardio goes down. Cardio is actually at like 20 minutes post cardio right now, treadmill, because Stairmaster's been eating up my legs. But you do the Stairmaster if you want to get conditioned, okay? But once you do not, if it's burning muscle on your legs, then don't do it. Like me, I tend to do that. So I started, noticing, some muscle loss on my legs, downsizing, when I was doing 50 minutes of Stairmaster. Yes, it got me there, but my legs are downsizing. All of a sudden, I had to stop that, cut back a little bit, and now I'm just doing the treadmill on the incline stiff. And that's it right now. That's all I'm doing. Post cardio, just posing. Like I said, Clan still in the mix, of course. 60 mcg right now, and I'm just gonna keep it at that. All right, we're doing that every day now, leading up to the show every day. No more 2 days on, 1 day off. No, because we're trying to, bring as much detail as we can for this upcoming show right now. But that's where we are right now. I appreciate you guys watching, subscribing. Don't forget to message me if you're interested in coaching, personal training, and all that. It's available. Excuse me as I go, like I'm brain fogging, really tired, lethargic. It's all prep is kicking my ass. The low calories, no carbs is kicking the diet right now. It's just I'm feeling it, definitely feeling it. So do the best I can to talk and articulate my words, putting it all together. But excuse me if I don't make sense, but bear with me. So we'll give it the best we got in this first round, and appreciate you guys' support, and stay tuned for the next video. All right.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it.
Storm. Storm. Storm.
Bye.